Chapter 25, A New Course. By 6 a.m., the operation was complete, with early risers waking up to works of art scattered on and around government buildings all over the city. By 7 a.m., corporate congressmen, senators, judges, and other officials had inboxes that were overrun with pleas to free Callum. By 8 o'clock a.m., the SAC Sparrows had left the city, and commuters were arriving to a barrage of paintings hanging from doors, poems and stories written in chalk, tablets playing music and videos on window ledges, and the most conspicuous of them all, the sculpture of Callum behind bars perched prominently at the top of the giant steps in front of the courthouse. Admiration and confusion soon led to panic as the authorities pieced together the clear message of the guerrilla art. Release Callum Kane. The NADF went on high alert and buildings were locked down as lead units, bomb-sniffing dogs, and NADF troops fanned out throughout the city trying to determine the threat. By noon, the panic had settled, buildings were open, and the defense chief was ready to make his report to President Connor. "What the hell is going on?" he demanded. "There's no threat, sir. We found no bombs, weapons, or any kind of injuries. It appears to be a coordinated effort to send a message." "What message?" "The artists, or whoever they are demanding that Callum Kane be set free. The same message appears to have been sent to the entire Congress, judges, and many others. We had those damn Sparrows right here in the NDC, and we let them go. Adams said we didn't have anything on them, and now look what's happened," he yelled. As if hearing a summons, the analyst accompanied the Adams droid into the Situation Room. "From my analysis, it is likely that whoever led the protesters was behind this carefully executed statement," Adams explained. "You call this a statement?" he screamed. "It's a disaster. We look like fools who can't even stop a bunch of artists from defacing government buildings. How are we supposed to maintain order if we can't even stop these Sparrows?" "We don't have conclusive evidence it was the Sparrows, sir. Jude Kane and Zara Malik, according to messages between members of their SAC and other SACs, were married in a ceremony in Slade Creek this past Sunday. Neither of their passports has been scanned anywhere since returning to their home. It is highly unlikely they had the time or resources to coordinate this kind of effort. While certainly more visible and direct, this message was planned with a high degree of efficiency and care. Technically, public displays of art are not illegal. No buildings were damaged, and no threats were made. As in the NDC protests, they were careful not to break any laws or local statutes." "You've got to be kidding me," President Connor said, shaking his head. "I don't care about laws and local statutes. This is an attack on the New America government. I want these Sparrows, or whoever they are, captured immediately. If they are demanding the release of a terrorist, I classify them as supporters of terrorism. Get the security drone footage and find them." Here are some insights. For context, what has happened is Jude and Zara returned to Slate Creek, and there was a little ceremony you can read more about. I don't want to give too much away, but they have not forgotten Callum. And so the Sparrows, which is really an entire movement now, it's not just Jude and Zara. The Sparrows planned a coordinated art demonstration. Again, they're pushing for freedoms that they haven't enjoyed since the United States Constitution, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So they have coordinated a huge art demonstration with one message, demanding Callum's release. Now, it has increased visibility and increased pressure, but is it going to help or hurt Callum? Is the government going to back down, or are they going to double down? So now we've got to figure out what's going to happen. Are we going to end up with a showdown? Are we going to end up with maybe a negotiation? We're not sure. How's this going to help or hurt the SACs? Remember, the government is still trying to squeeze them and trying to get rid of them because it's part of their attrition plan. And so far, it's not going so good. In fact, it's kind of going backwards now. The SACs have not only stabilized, but they're starting to push back. So is this going to end up hurting or helping the SACs? We will see. Stay tuned for Chapter 26 because the Sparrows are not done making their voice heard.